Nation Nation. Harry here, keeping it safe. Back with Rayanne. Rayanne, I'm assuming you're washing your hands and keeping it safe out there in the new year?
Oh, I'm living the dream, social distancing all over the place.
There we go. Well, this is incredibly timely, and I'm going to ask Jenny over in the radio control room to kind of accelerate the publication of this one. I got a letter, an email from my banker yesterday, Linda, and it says Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, will reopen the week of January 11th. And she sent that on January 11th. Rayanne, over to you. What is the story?
Okay, so on December 27th, the appropriations bill was passed, and part of that included a new round of the PPP loans, right? So there's two aspects to it. One is that the first round, if you did not get a PPP loan the first time, you can now apply. So,
Okay.
and you can apply based on those original rules with the original terms. And then there's a second round. So if you did receive a PPP loan in 2020, you can apply for a second one. But I know, right? But this one comes with some stipulations. You have to be able to show a 25% decline in gross revenues from 2020 over 2019. And so that's either the year in whole or quarter by quarter.
Okay, that was. Hey, hang on. I'm gonna take some notes. That's 25%.
25% reduction in revenue from in 2020 from 2019.
Okay.
So you can still get that, but there's some, other good news about this. The PPP loans are not taxable, right? So once you get the forgiveness, that turns into non-taxable income to you.
Right.
It's an increase in your basis. You still get to deduct the expenses that you paid. So previously, the IRS had stipulated that you would not be able to deduct the expenses paid with PPP funds, but Congress reversed that. Another thing that Congress reversed is the taxability of the EIDL advance, which was the maximum $10,000, $1,000. If you applied for an economic injury disaster loan from the SBA, they were giving out advances equal to $1,000 per employee up to $10,000. And that was going to be taxable income. Now it's not taxable income. And this also means that any local, state grants that you might have received, not taxable. And one final thing I wanted to tell you, Harry, was that originally, if you got that EIDL advance, the $10,000, it was going to come off of your PPP forgiveness of the first loan. That has also been reversed. So if you received an EIDL and a PPP loan, all of it is now officially free money.
Yeah, because boy, it's so funny you're talking about that forgiveness. Like the one thing I remember from the mandatory accounting classes back at the university, sounding like an old man here, but debt forgiveness in that era, back when we used horses and buggies, but debt forgiveness was treated as ordinary income. And maybe that's still the case. That's a whole nother conversation with you, but what I'm hearing is the debt forgiveness is now not treated as ordinary income, correct?
That is correct. And generally, debt forgiveness is indeed ordinary income. So this is a huge deviation from the Internal Revenue Code. And that's why Congress had to step in and make the rule.
Yeah. Okay. And then how much can, and again, just I'll play devil's advocate. How much can I get? Can I get 3 months payroll, 6 months payroll? Where are we landing on that one?
For the second round is it's 2.5 times your average monthly payroll. And so here's what you do. You take your payroll expenses for 2020 and you divide it by 12 and you multiply it by 2.5. And then you do the same for 2019. And so you get to borrow the larger of the two.
Okay.
So you have some choices, right? So the object here is to maximize the amount of loan you can get. So you can use 2020 payroll to do that, or you can use 2019 payroll to do that. There's no full-time equivalent requirement, so if you had more employees in 2019 and your business dropped considerably and you had to let some people go, your 2019 payroll may benefit to use that for your loan calculation.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, hey, give a shout out to how can MSPs, how can listeners contact you? Where can they go to reach out to you?
Well, you can find me pretty much everywhere on all of the socials, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter under ABC Solutions FL, or you can go straight to my website, abcsolutionsfl.com. Don't forget the FL for like Florida, otherwise you'll land in some other place. So
all right.
Harry, for having me on again, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.
Yep, always timely. All right. Thanks, Rayanne. Thanks, Jenny.